Hello there, my beautiful God and goddesses. Welcome to Moonlight Awakening. My name is Catalina. I'm an intuitive empath, a mystic fairy goddess, an energy and unicorn healer, and a gateway to all magic. In today's video, we're going to find out if you are clairaudient. But first, what is clairaudient? Along with other psychic senses such as clairvoyance and clairsentient, you also have clairaudience, which means clear hearing, and is the ability to hear other dimensions and frequencies from the spirit world. Clairaudience can come through in an assortment of ways. It may be one word, full sentence, songs, or ringing. This can be different for everyone. You just need to figure out what ways you're receiving yours. So with that being said, the first sign that you are clairaudient, you just love music. Do you really enjoy music? Maybe you are gifted in this area, or even compose your own song as its musical inspiration just comes to you. Composers and musicians may hear a melody playing in their head or in a dream and end up creating it into reality. You may also hear songs in your head that are constantly playing, or have you woken up in the morning with the song in your head? For instance, one time I woke up from a nap and right away I hear this song playing in my head, Footloose. And Spirit was trying to remind me not to take life too serious, just enjoy life. Or you hear songs of your loved ones that passed away, it just as you were just thinking about them. And another sign that you're clairaudient, you talk to yourself. Yes, have you noticed that you talk to yourself in your head a lot? You just come up with ideas, maybe you're going through situations, scenarios, maybe pondering, what is the meaning of life, and so on and so forth. Well, this internal chatter can often have other meanings as well. It may even be from your team in spirit, or loved ones that have crossed over, or even animals without you even realizing it. Again, so listen, guys, listen. So if you notice that you talk to yourself, whether it's, you're calmed down, after a fight, or you're just going through a rerun, a conversation in your head, you might be clairaudient for sure. But yes, many of us do have some sort of control over our internal dialogue, but the voice of those with clairaudience can also be from our spirit guides, telling us the truth. So if you do this, again, pay attention to what is being said, okay? So just listen, take notes if you have to. And the next sign, you are more of a listener than a talker. Yes, do you find people come to you and just open up their problems to you, or even strangers, or you're the one that people go through, to have a shoulder to cry on? Or do people say that you're easy to talk to, or a great listener? You're definitely clairaudient for sure. Maybe you give really great advice and you really like helping others. And sometimes you might even wonder where this great advice just came from, or you're using words that is not really in your vocabulary. And that is more likely a spirit that you're channeling to give them that information that person needs. Okay, it's like you're a messenger of God. Okay, so yes, pay attention to that. And another sign you're clairaudient, you often talk to animals, plants, and feel like they are communicating back to you. Do you tell your pets that, hey baby, I will see you later, I miss you, I love you? Right? Do you talk to your pets, or do you tell your plants or flowers that you're so sorry that you accidentally stepped on them, or telling them, oh my gosh, I love you so much, how are you today, you look gorgeous? It's definitely a sign that you're clairaudient. I connect to my plants all the time. I'm pretty sure you guys already noticed that. So you'll be surprised by things you can learn from them. They might even tell you their name. So let me know if that's you. Okay, so the next sign that you're clairaudient, You hear voices, whispers, sounds that no one else can hear. Have you ever heard someone talking, or you hear someone, maybe they're calling your name, and you turn and it's like no one's there, or no one is answering back to you, as if you can't identify the physical source of where it's coming from. It's more likely that you're picking up sounds, in an energetic level. It can also happen when you're in between state, when you're asleep and awake, and you hear these voices coming in your room, and there's no one else sleeping in the bed with you. It's because it's easier for spirit to communicate with you in this way, because your ego mind is not getting in the way of spirit. One time I heard spirit whispering in my ear. I couldn't really make up the words because it was going so fast. So if this happening to you, you are not alone, my friend. You are not alone. So another sign that you are clairaudient, you hear ringing, buzzing, popping in your ears. Do you ever get this like really high pitches of ringing, either in your left ear, on the right ear, on both ears? It can last between few seconds or so. When this psychic sense is starting to open up, you might get ringing or popping sensation, in your ears. When you hear ringing in your left ear, it's more likely that spirit is trying to communicate with you, trying to send you a message. Okay, so try to tune into that if you can when that happens. In the right ear, it can be that you're receiving downloads and activations that you're receiving. And for some people, when their right ear rings as well, it can also be a sign of caution for some people. So you just need to pay attention and document it what you are doing that time when your ear started ringing. For example, I was stepping out of my house door, and exactly when I closed the door behind you, my right ear started ringing. And I took that sign as a caution. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna take any chances. So I just went back into the house and closed the door. And I decided not to leave. And that day, I just stayed in, guys. I just stayed in. That's what I'm saying. Pay attention of what you are doing that time when your ear start ringing. It can also be a sign of protection. So the next sign is that you are sensitive to loud noises. You have noticed that you're very sensitive to loud noises. It's like you don't really like much noise, that you can only bear it for a really brief time. That's why you prefer quiet places instead. You just need regular time out, right? Away from all the noise and bustles and hustle. You are definitely clairaudient if you're very sensitive to noise. And the next time you're clairaudient, thoughts and ideas come to you. Do you suddenly get a genius idea just pop into your head out of nowhere? You could be driving, showering, or you're doing your everyday errands. It's like you're getting the answers to your questions or solutions to your problem. Well, this is your inner voice and spirit communicating with you, because your soul and spirit knows exactly what you need and where you need to go in life. Even if it doesn't make sense at the time, there's some sort of message for you right there. So pay close attention when those ideas and thoughts just pop out of nowhere, okay? Document everything that you're receiving each day. And the last sign that you could be clairaudient, you receive signs audibly. Yes. Do you find messages just come at you? They can come through music, from the radio, from TV, or in spoken words somewhere. And it's like you're aware of these messages, right? That you're receiving from God or your angels or your higher self, right? Especially when you're going through things, you're going through challenges in your life. You can also feel when they're sending you a message of encouragement as well. Just be aware that you are not wrong. It's definitely your higher self or your angels or God sending you that message specifically for you. In my personal journey, there's been times when I when an old song, was being played over and over and over and over, I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. So I always thank them whenever I see some sort of guidance, even in this way as well. So do you believe you're clairaudient, or you're starting to feel like this psychic sense is starting to open up for you? Definitely let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and follow, for more videos just like this. And I love you all so much.